Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Dragon's Turf Field here in beautiful but freezing cold Columbia, Maryland, for some men's lacrosse action here as the Howard Community College Dragons, the number 2 team in the country, take on the number 4 ranked Nassau Community College Lions. This is the big man on the mic, Isaac Donsky, back ready to bring you all the action today. Hope you didn't miss me too much. I know I was not present for the last game the Dragons played against Anne Arundel, but we're back here and we're ready to take you through these 2 games of a doubleheader today and tomorrow. The Dragons wrapping up the month of March with some big games, and boy, we've got ourselves a showdown today, folks. The Dragons are coming off of a very successful road trip where they made a little bit of history. A 34-2 beatdown of Hudson Valley Community College. The Dragons smoked the Vikings in that one, and with that victory, combined with an upset win over the then number 2 ranked Onondaga Community College Lasers, Howard is ranked number 2 in the country. Their opponent, an old friend, an old team that last beat these guys in the national championship game in 2019, the Nassau Community College Lions. 2021, excuse me, was that national championship game. And yes, this is it, folks. Another top 5 showdown for these 2 clubs. Nassau 3-2 on the season. Hasn't been the best start to a year for the Lions, but they're looking to bounce back today, and they're taking on a Dragons team that is red hot. Howard's only loss of the season was in double overtime to number 1 Hartford, and since that game, they have been lights out. We are looking forward to this one, folks. It's going to be a lot of fun. So let's dive right in and take a look at the starting lineups for these 2 teams, beginning with our visitors, the Nassau Community College Lions. On the attack, 6-foot freshman from Long Beach, New York, number 1, Luke Hartman. In the midfield, 6-foot freshman from Merrick, New York, number 2, Harley Finkelstein. On defense, a 6-foot freshman from North Belmore, New York, number 3, Joe Sorrentino. At midfield, a 6'1 freshman from Seacliff, New York, number 7, Matt Diaversa. In goal, a 6-foot sophomore from Northport, New York, number 12, Quinn Napolitano. On defense, a 5'11 freshman from East Northport, New York, number 14, Giancarlo Valenti. On defense, a 6-foot freshman from Belmore, New York, number 18, Matt Biscardi. At midfield, a 5'9 freshman from Wading River, New York, number 20, Alex Kirschus. At midfield, a 6'2 sophomore from Williston Park, New York, number 27, Jake Grimm. And on the attack, a 6-foot freshman from Belmore, New York, number 35, Alessandro Waletis. The Lions are led by head coach Carl Hedstrom and assistant coaches Brian Mansion, Matt Sullivan, Brian Horder, Callie White, and Scott Sullivan. Now here's the starting lineup for your Howard Community College Dragons. On defense, a 6'2 freshman from Chicago, Illinois, number 1, Kobe Brown. At midfield, a 5'11 freshman from Poolesville, Maryland, number 6, Vinny Volpe. On the attack, a 6'1 sophomore from Durwood, Maryland, number 8, Will Pesci. On the attack, a 5'7 sophomore from Ellicott City, Maryland, number 9, Logan Faust. On defense, a 5'10 freshman from Eldersburg, Maryland, number 19, JT Ferguson. In the midfield, a 6'1 sophomore from Catonsville, Maryland, number 21, John Stubbs. On the attack, a 5'10 freshman from Ottawa, Ontario, number 22, Lucas Rosen. On defense, a 6'1 freshman from Woodbine, Maryland, number 29, Shane Dubois. In goal, a 6'3 sophomore from Columbia, Maryland, number 42, Louis Calora. And in the midfield, a 6'4 freshman from Kingsville, Ontario, number 51, Quinn Brennan. The Dragons, as always, are led by head coach Eric Faust, associates head coach Jack Watzik, and assistant coaches Alec Chisholm, Paul Smith, Will Smith, and Chris Davia. All right, folks, so we got a showdown today. Dragons-Lions coming up here on HCC YouTube. We'll take a break and be right back with the start of today's game. Welcome back, folks. Getting set for this one. Top 5 showdown between the Dragons and the Lions of Nassau County. Did I get that right? Nassau? Nassau. I was saying Nassau earlier. It's Nassau. Sorry about that. Oh, we're looking forward to this one, folks. Once again, the starting lineup for Nassau. Hartman, Finkelstein, Sorrentino, Diaversa, Napolitano, Valenti, Biscardi, Kirschus, Grimm, and Wallatis. And for the Dragons, Brown, Volpe, Pesci, Faust, Ferguson, Stubbs, Rosen, Dubois, Calora, and Brennan. It's freezing cold here in Columbia. It was 80 degrees. Could you believe it was 80 degrees a little bit ago? That's pretty wild to think about. It's freezing cold. We're all pretty cold up here, but we're going to fight through this. Looking forward to this one, folks. As always, big shout out to the crew up here in the booth. We've got a bit of a shakeup from usual. We got my man Diego on camera joining us and welcoming us. Big welcome back to HCC. Mark Winkle, longtime HCC Sports Information Director, is back as the new Assistant Athletic Director here. He's on stats. We got my man Mackay on shot clock, and Lorcan Hindman from basketball is joining us up here in the booth today. Here we go. It's going to be Nick Marchiota, number 20. It's going to be number 20, Kirschus, going for the face-off with number 37 for the Dragons. That's Marcello Ioko, and the Dragons win it, and here we go. We're away. If you're ready for some high-octane lacrosse, folks, here we go. Let's get this going early on here. Dragons in the white with maroon. Nassau in navy blue with orange. Both teams jawing at each other as we get underway here. That's always a lot of fun. And here comes the attack from Quinn Brennan. Brennan with the flip over. I believe that's to Faust. Faust cuts it over and finds Stubbs. And Rosen inside. Back to Stubbs. Oh, he missed it. He was going for a long one. And it's scooped up going on the other way by Nassau. Here comes Nassau. That's number 14, Giancarlo Valetti, who shoots and scores. And the first goal of the game goes to Nassau. Nassau. I did it again. Sorry about that. The defenseman, Giancarlo Valenti, opens up the scoring. Kirschus and Ioko at center field for the face-off. Not exactly what the Dragons were hoping for, but it's still early. Here we go. And a face-off violation is going to be called on like Howard. No, yes, it's on Howard. And it's going to be Nassau ball. First chance we've seen offensive attack here from the Lions. Going to see what they can do. Jake Grimm with the ball, number 27. Looking for options. As Howard defense has been really, really good as of late. See if they can break up here. Wade Davis trying to apply pressure. Here comes a long shot by number 2, Harley Finkelstein, and it's wide. And you may have noticed, folks, we got a timer on the overlay now, so you can watch the get a more accurate time. Don't have to rely on me yelling it out. Here's Nassau trying to find an opening. Dragons defense applying good pressure. 30 on the shot clock. There's a shot blocked by Calora. Grimm was trying to go up and over, and Calora makes the block. Nassau still with possession. It's going to take me a while to get that correct. Sorry about that, folks. I've been saying it wrong my whole life, apparently. Here's Luke Hartman, number 1, trying to dodge defenders. Flips it out to number 13 for Nassau. And there's a big break there by Dubois. Breaks it loose. Ground ball is loose. It's scooped up the other way by Dom D'Amico. He has it stripped away. Ball's going to roll over and scooped up by the Dragons. I believe that's Lucas Rosen who scrapped it up. Rosen having trouble collecting it. That is Rosen. Ball is loose, sprinting around on the ground. Nassau's going to come up with it. And they survive for now. Ball going the other way. This is going to be close. Ooh, big contact behind, but no flag called. And it's going to be JT Ferguson who scoops it up as there's a Nassau player slow to get up. That's number 35. Here come the Dragons. On the attack, there's a shot. Partial block. That was Faust trying to get one in. Ball rolls out, and it is going to be Dragons ball. There's a couple of subs getting in. Stubbs finds Volpe. Volpe finds Faust. Faust over to Rosen. Rosen pops it over to Stubbs. Stubbs looking back inside, finds Quinn Brennan, breaks through. Brennan puts up a shot, won't go. It's still alive. Dragons have it. Stubbs pushing, Stubbs shooting, Stubbs scoring! John Stubbs ties it up at 1-1. Well, the thunder from down under has struck. We call him the thunder from down under for a reason, and Australia's favorite son, John Stubbs, buries that one. It's 1-1. New faceoff man for the Dragons, Jack Natero's into the game. Here we go. On the faceoff, and it's going to be scooped up maybe by the Dragons. Fighting for the ball, that was number 24, Mason Suazo. And Nassau is going to collect it, it looks like. And Nassau trying to get on the attack, but that's broken up by Ethan Sands, number 27. And Sands, that's Evan Tubb. Tubb trying to find Kobe Brown, but it's picked up by Suazo, who's checked into the game. Suazo finds Tubb. Tubb finds Rosen. Rosen looking for options. Rosen takes it himself. That's blocked by the goalie, Napolitano. Ball rolled out of bounds. We're back to it. Dragons looking for an option here. That's Will Pesci behind the net with the ball. Pesci looking for options. Pesci flips it out to Faust. Faust finds Nico Sells. Sells gets it to Bobby Pupic. Back to Sells. Sells with a little dribbler. Faust kicks it back over to Pupic. Pupic takes a shot. That's deflected by Napolitano. Pops straight up, still up in the air. Takes a couple of bounces before finally settling. And it's going to be Nassau ball. Back to it we go. High octane start to this one, folks. We're only about 5 minutes in. Howard's defenders. Ferguson up for the defensive line, trying to get in there. Oh, this is going to be tough. Ferguson causes the turnover. That's a loose ball. It's flipped around. Nassau trying to keep it alive. It's still on the ground. They couldn't clear it in time. It's Dragons ball. Nassau couldn't get the clear. Howard's got it. And we're back to it. Howard trying to look for an option here. Brandon Klopp's out there, number 5. He's got the ball. Klopp looking for options, finds Nico Sells. Sells goes over to Faust. Faust fighting, trying to break through, looking for an opening. He's going to find Klopp. Goes back to Klopp. Finds Pupic. Pops it over to Klopp, thinks about it, flips it over to Pupic. Dragons being very... Oh, Pupic knocked down, but it's scooped up by Pesci. Pesci keeps it alive. 30 seconds of the shot clock. There's a penalty. Nassau's going to get called for a penalty here. It's a free play for the Dragons. 20 seconds of the shot clock. Dragons being extremely conservative here, trying to milk some clock here. Sells feinted a shot, flips it back up to Klopp. Klopp over to Pupic. They got to make a move now. Pupic shot. Pupic! Did he get it? No, it was blocked. Ah, they tried, but they're going to get a chance here because the penalty's coming on Nassau. 1 minute penalty, a slash on William Bast, the freshman defenseman from East Islip, New York. So, first man up situation of the game for Howard. Here we go. And shout out to the staff up here in the booth. They got that down pat. This is going to be close. Dragons back to their conservative attack here. Brennan with a little flip out to Stubbs. Stubbs finds Pesci. Pesci back to Stubbs. Stubbs will go over to Rosen. Rosen behind the back. Pupic. Shot. Blocked. Still alive. Nassau's got it. But their guy can't handle it. Sean Michael Taylor drops it. Ball is still loose. Kobe Brown picks it up. And we're going the other way. Brown, nice grab by Quinn Brennan. Nassau, I said it right. Yes, I said it right. Nassau's got to flip back on defense here. Pesci finds Faust. Faust under pressure. Stubbs. And a shot and a score! Dragons score, and it's 2-1 Howard. John Stubbs with his second goal of the game. 2-1. As Marcello Iocco coming out for the face-off, and Howard capitalizing there on the man-up situation. Wonderful, wonderful job. Here we go. Iocco wins that face-off under heavy Nassau pressure, and he flips it over to Evan Tubb. Here we go. Tubb on the attack. Tubb finds Rosen immediately, and Howard right back on the attack, as they have been for most of this game. Nassau's only had one prolonged offensive possession, and they didn't manage to score on it. Howard continuing to be a lot more conservative than usual here, but it probably is for the best. You're facing a top 5 opponent. You got to be careful. Brandon Klopp checks back into the game. Klopp looking for options, finds Rosen. And Rosen will go back to Klopp here. Pupic. Rosen. Nice zone defense there from Nassau. Dragons are finding... Maybe the Dragons aren't being conservative here. Maybe they're just having a little difficulty getting around this zone defense, but they already have scored twice, so they can't get through it. It's going to take a little longer than we're used to. Pesci flips it. Oh, now he flips it. Faked me out. Finds Klopp. Goes back to Sells, using as much time as they can. Pupic. Ooh, nice spin move. 10 on the shot clock. Got to do something now. Here's Faust. Faust trying to cut in there. Faust goes for the shot. Oh, it's deflected out of bounds. And they're just going to throw it away because they had 2 on the shot clock. It was still Howard's ball off the deflection, but there was no change on the shot clock. So that's going to be a bit of a rough situation for the Dragons, but they just kind of have to swallow that one. As Howard, facing off against this Nassau defense, is finding that the Lions' zone defense is a lot tougher to get through than they imagined, but they still hold a 2-1 lead. Ooh, nice. Ooh, Harley Finkelstein breaking ankles out there, number 2. There's a shot. Kalora breaks it up. Nassau trying to get through this Dragons defense. Another shot. Ooh, heavy pressure there. Knock it down, Alessandro Wallatus. Ball went out of bounds. Nassau will still have it here with 50 on the shot clock and 6 minutes to go in this game. As it looks like we had a broken stick out there that the Dragons just recovered. Good pressure from Shane Dubois. Oh, he's just mean-mugging him out there. And Kalora scoops up the ground ball that was knocked loose. Shane Dubois, the transfer from UMBC, putting in work on defense. Oh, there's an interception the other way. Finkelstein snags that out of midair. Errant pass there by the Dragons. Finkelstein covered here by number 14 for the Dragons. That's Joey Wolf. A couple weeks ago against Onondaga, Wolf got his first career goal as a Dragon. That spurred a Dragons comeback that got them over the hump and defeating the Lasers, the number 2 team in the country. That put Howard to number 2 in the national rankings, where they currently stand. Here comes the attack. Walatis trying to get his man. It's broken up. Dom D'Amico is going to clear it himself single-handedly under heavy pressure from Walatis, and he breaks away from him, stays on his feet, scoops the ball the other way. Oh, but it got away from Wade Davis and Joey Wolf. Missed opportunity there for the Dragons, but a good try, good try. By the way, folks, our clock up there on your scoreboard might not be exactly accurate to the game clock. I will let you know. We'll try and keep it as accurate as we can, but it is about a second off. So if they still play after that goes to all zeros, that's why. Breaking through the attack, here's Nassau trying to get one in. There's a shot and a score. Number 7, Matt Diaversa scores off the assist. And it's 2-2. Nassau has tied it up. Alex Kirschis, the face-off man, was on the assist. And it's 2-2. This top 5 showdown already living up to the billing, folks, as it's a 2-2 ball game so far. Marcello Ioko's out there for the Dragons for the face-off. I would assume that they would put number 20, Alex Kirschis, for the face-off. No, they're going to go with somebody else. It's number 14, Giancarlo Valenti. So Valenti and Ioko facing off on the here. Evan Tubb getting in position to assist. Face-off on the way. Ioko! Not even close. He swipes it and gets the face-off and dodges away from his defender. He's going to absorb a big hit, nearly trips, keeps on his feet, does lose the ball. Ioko fighting for it. There's a heavy push behind. It's scooped up by Evan Tubb, who shoots. Oh, but it's wide. Oh, Evan Tubb tried. And a Dragon player goes flying in the backfield. That was Nico Sells. No, that was Pupic. Bobby Pupic went flying back there. I don't know if he got tripped up or if the turf monster got him. The way that the referees didn't call anything, I'm going to assume that it was a case of the turf monster, but Bobby Pupic is okay. Heavy pressure here. Brandon Williamson into the game for the first time for the Dragons, trying to get heavy pressure on Kirschis. Tubb trying to break that up. Nassau trying to keep the momentum up. Tubb, heavy pressure here on Luke Hartman. And Hartman will dump it off to Jake Grimm, 27. Grimm looking for options. Back it up. JT Ferguson getting all up in his face. Coming up on 3 minutes to go. 3.5 minutes to go, that is, in this game. By the way, this is only game 1 of our doubleheader. Game 2 tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Dragons taking on the Chaparrals of the College DuPage, the de facto West Coast team for JUCO lacrosse. Tubb, heavy pressure on Kirschis. Kirschis somehow keeps it alive. Wow! It's like a football move out there. He gets sandwiched up. Tubb scoops it up cleanly, and the Dragons get it. Calora, football-style pass. Manages to get it to Dubois, who takes an extra bounce and keeps it alive. Dumps it off to, who is that, Faust? Dumps it off to Faust. Dragons back on the attack. Oh, but Nassau gets the steal. And going the other way. Here comes Langston Goodwin, number 31, takes the shot and gets the score, and Nassau pulls ahead 3-2. Langston Goodwin. And timeout taken by Howard. They're going to need it. We'll take a short break and be right back, folks, as it is 3-2 Lions. We'll be right back. Quick correction, folks. It was Jake Grimm, number 27, who scored. Goodwin was the assist. We'll be right back. Welcome back, folks. Coach Eric Faust in the huddle during that one told his guys, wake up, let's do this. We're down 3-2. Marcello Iocco will be at center field for the faceoff, facing off against number 14, Giancarlo Valenti. We're just adjusting the settings to try and brighten your image for you as Iocco wins that faceoff. Here we go. Wade Davis with the ball. Oh, sandwiched in a double team, but the defense comes up and makes the clear. Trying to throw it over. Maybe a chance here. Pesci's got it. Will Pesci somehow survives that crazy sequence, and he's got it. Good play from Shane Dubois to keep that alive. All right, Howard trying to get their offense all settled up. Here's Stubbs with the ball. Circling around, flips it over to Pesci. Pesci under pressure. Brennan, Stubbs, Volpe. Gets bouncing around, trying to get it here. Stubbs. Oh, nearly plucked out of midair. And a whistle. I think there was there a penalty flag flown back there? There was. We have a penalty. Oh, it's over by midfield. My bad, I didn't see that, folks. Sorry about that. Here's the call. Unnecessary roughness on Luke Hartman, number 1 for Nassau. It'll be a minute penalty. All right, Dragons have a man-up situation here. See if they can do. Here we go. Offense looking for an option. Here's Pesci. Send it over to Stubbs. There's a shot and a score from Lucas Rosen. They wasted no time tying this thing up 3-3. Rosen strikes. And it's 3-3. Howard's tied it up. All right. Howard's tied it back up here. 3-3 ball game. Here we go. And Nassau is going to win that. Kirsch's back in the faceoff position. And under heavy pressure. Oh, that's going to be a penalty on the Dragons, though. And they're going to stop that one real quick. And it's probably going to be on number 27, Evan Tubb, for pushing. Let's see what the call is. Technical 30 on Evan Tubb for pushing. It'll be 30 seconds on him. So for the first time today, Nassau has a man-up situation. Here we go. See if Howard's defense can hold off here. They got a good lineup out there. Isaiah Rahman's out there. Kobe Brown, Wade Davis, JT Ferguson, Dom D'Amico, and Luis Calora are going to try and keep this one tied as that shot, well, it goes into a net, but not the one they wanted to. It goes all the way over into the corner. Nassau will have more of a chance here. Lions looking for an opportunity. Howard's defense is holding firm here. Good pressure from Davis. Wade not letting him get close. They're going to break through the penalty. We're back to full strength. Joey Wolf is out. Calora makes the save. Got flipped up. Howard is holding firm, but Nassau still has the ball here. Pressure from Davis. There's a shot. Calora with another save. Stops Luke Hartman's shot. Luke Calora. What else can you say about him as Wade Davis goes down, but somehow gets rid of the ball, but it's picked up by a Nassau player going the other way. Final seconds ticking down, and that'll do it. No shot called. That'll be the end of the first quarter. It's 3-3. We're tied up. We'll take a break and be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're set to get underway here with game two, the second quarter action. Here we go. Big scrum on the initial attack. They both fell down, and it looks like it's going to be Nassau ball. Here we go. Well, that first quarter was fun. It was a defensive, so far a defensive clash between these two teams, but it's been a fun one. 3 goals apiece. Howard leading the way from John Stubbs with 2 goals already, as this one is getting to be fun. Nassau with the ball, trying to find an opening. D, there's a shot, won't go. Rolls away. There's an under shot and a score. Nassau scores. It's number 13, Tim Navin. Excuse me, I was Navin. Well, Ethan Sands is going to come in to try for the face-off here for the Dragons, as this one's back and forth between these two clubs. They'll face Curtius. And referee doesn't like what he sees. Fight for it. Sands is going to win that face-off, and he's going the other way with it, and he tries to flip it away. There's tough fighting there for the ball as Rosen got knocked down. There's a scrum for the ball. It's finally scooped up by Tubb. Evan Tubb comes up with it. He's having a great game. Howard on the attack. Joseph McConaughey, number 12's into the game. Keep an eye on him. He scored 6 goals against Hudson Valley as Pupic with a nice charge finds Faust. Faust breaking away. Faust trying to get one up and over. Ball rolled free. Back to it. Wind is picking up, folks, by the way. I apologize if my mic is picking up a lot of wind because it just got crazy up in here. Pupic looking for an opening. Pupic shot. Pupic scores! Bobby Pupic ties it up. And Howard back into it. You got to give it, Howard. You got to give it to Coach Faust. He always finds that the most talented freshman players, and they immediately make an impact when they get out there. And Bobby Pupic scoring there to make it a 4-4 ball game. This is fun. Marcello Ioko's back out there for the faceoff. Battle for the ball. It's going to be close. Wade Davis coming in. Oh, somebody landed on there, and it's scooped up by D'Amico. That is an easy penalty there. Ball is still being fought for. Nassau's got it, but someone from the Lions is going in the box because Dom D'Amico got knocked down. Was not pleased with that. Nassau doesn't like the call. 30-second pushing on number 13, Tim Navin. So Howard's going to get 30 seconds to try and retake the lead. Here we go. Pupic shot high. Dragons trying to get something special here. Faust finds Rosen. Faust back to Rosen, looking for an opening. Quick little flips here. Pupic. Rosen, will he go? No, he finds Faust. Faust inside. It's going to be close here. They're going to clear it in a second. There's the clear. There's a shot for Pupic. Ah, just missed the corner. Oh, he was almost 2 for 2. Wind is really picking up here. I wonder if the wind is catching the ball a little bit on some of those shots. Those are usually lasers from Bobby Pupic. Ooh, Pesci got tripped up there. Big collision between him and his Nassau defender. Rosen shot off the ground, won't go. .30 on the shot clock. Brennan shot. That's saved by Napolitano. So the Lions survived that attack. Keep it a 4-4 ball game. As we're getting deep into this second quarter, folks. This has been a fun one so far. And Howard's attackers, a lot of attack here on the defense. That's a loose ball. That's going to be scooped up by Kobe Brown. Nassau player went down, but there is a call. There was a foul on the play. The Lions trying to find an opening here. There's a shot and a score. Langston Goodwin gets his goal, and it's 5-4. Lions have retaken the lead. Ooh, 5-4, not 56-4. Sorry about that. 5-4. My system's bugging out. Back and forth we go in this contest. By the way, folks, got to give a quick shout out. HCC Flag Football is playing their first home games in program history today. They already played earlier against Keene University. They're facing off against Penn West, California, which should be starting in just a bit, as The Lions will initially win that face-off. Ball popped loose. If you want to check that out, go over to the Flag Network on YouTube to watch the opener for women's flag football. Nice deflection there by Dom D'Amico. Rosen plucks it out of midair. Faust breaks through. Here's a chance. Faust. Oh, he's tripped up from behind, and it's Lions ball. Okay. Thought Faust got tripped up back there, but they're going to say it was clean. And they're going the other way with it. Kobe Brown providing good pressure here. Lions on the attack, trying to extend this lead. That slaps there from JT Ferguson. There's a shot by Naven, goes wide, picked up immediately by the Lions. That was Finkelstein. Lions will get another shot off. Kalora saves that shot from Olatis, and it's going the other way. Dragons survive that one. Howard trying to get it across. Suazo can't hang on to it. It's plucked up by number 3, Joe Sorrentino. And Nassau is going to take a timeout. We'll take a break too and be right back, folks. 5-4 Lions in this back-and-forth showdown. Welcome back, everybody. Big news from around the world of JUCO lacrosse. Onondaga Community College leads 11-9 over the number 1 team in the country, Hartford Community College. If Onondaga beats Hartford and Howard wins today, there's a good chance that Howard could be ranked number 1 in the country at the conclusion of today's game. But they've got to win this game first, and the Lions are starting to take and the Lions have really been controlling the pace of this game so far here in the second quarter. Lions looking for an option. Naven will pop it out to number 27, Jake Grimm. Good pressure. Ooh, big smash from JT Ferguson, breaking it up. Ball's loose, going the other way. Wade Davis with the ball. Trying to break through. He's going to clear it himself single-handedly. Davis getting into Howard territory, looking for options. Finds Joey Wolf. Very slow defensive grind of a game we got going on here, folks. And there's nothing wrong with that. Those kinds of games can be a lot of fun sometimes. Brennan. Stubbs. 30 on the shot clock. Rosen again. Stubbs shot! Oh, deflected wide. No, it's still going to be Dragons ball. It's still going to be Dragons ball. $20 on the shot clock here for the Dragons, so they got a little time to work with. Just a little, though. Faust trying to break around. Pesci lost it for a second, cuts it back out. Brennan, Stubbs shoots. It's deflected by Napolitano. 1 on the shot clock, and they'll take the shot clock violation there. Going the other way, but D'Amico breaks it up. Pesci flips it up for Rosen. Howard getting another chance here. Can they capitalize? Rosen backing up as Howard gets players into position here. Faust. Pesci. Stubbs trying to break in. Finds Brennan. Faust under heavy pressure flips it to Volpe, who loses it. It's plucked up by Quinn Brennan. Stubbs trying to fight in there, flips it off Brennan. Quick flip, Volpe shot, won't go. Wide. It's gonna stay Howard ball, though. Brennan trying to fight through, keeps it alive, gets hit hard, puts up a shot. Oh, that's around in the crease. Someone get it, and it's plucked up by Napolitano. What a defensive stand there from Nassau. Now the Lions trying to get on the response here. Probably hear that's my papers slamming into my water bottle. That's how fierce the wind is. Without the wind, it's actually kind of pleasant, but it's a pleasant chilliness, but it's the wind that's really providing the problems. Looking for an opening. Heavy defensive pressure by the Dragons. They're not going to let him get free. Ball went wide. It's going to be Lions ball. Howard's bench can't believe it. There's a shot. Calora with the block. And they'll run out of time on the shot clock. So Howard survives that attack, and they're back coming the other way. Klopp, McConaughey. Quick passes inside. McConaughey goes down. Rosen shot between his twigs. Got him. Howard ties it up. And a flag called afterwards. Joseph McConaughey with the assist. Rosen with the score. Ties it up 5-5. Let's see what the call is. So unnecessary roughness on number 18, Matt Biscardi for the Lions. So it'll be a 1-minute penalty. Here's the face-off for the Dragons. And that's going to be a face-off violation on Iyoko. Here we go. Is Brian not here? Yes. Thank you. Nassau man down, but they have the ball. This could get interesting here. Not a lot of options, though. Miko trying to provide pressure there on Luke Hartman. Dom really getting in there with his stick. As it looks like the Lions are just going to try and kill this penalty. They're not going to have a lot of shot clock time to work with, but at least they'll have a full roster out there. And that's exactly what they've done. 20 on the shot clock. Nassau just wanted to kill that penalty so they could get their full roster out. Maybe a chance? No, that's broken up by JT Ferguson. Ball's going the other way. On the ground. Stubbs gets knocked down. Sorry, excuse me, that's D'Amico. Stubbs is not on the field. Or is he? And it's going to be Dragons ball. Coming up on the final 2 minutes of this first half. Howard with the ball. Joey Wolf will get the clear. Here we go. Wolf flips it out to Faust. Logan Faust. Pesci. Under pressure. Then back to McConaughey. Wind picking up. You can probably tell for the way I'm struggling to talk. It's so strong. Dragons are going to have to get right up next to the goal if they want a chance for their shots to go in with how strong this wind is. Faust flips it out. Rosen, little feint. Rosen shot. That was deflected. And it's going to be Howard ball. This Nassau defense has been giving the Dragons fits, but they're trying. There's a shot. There's a score. Brandon Klopp gives Howard their first lead since the first quarter. How about that? Will Pesci on the assist, and Howard has taken the lead back. First time they've led since early in the first quarter. How about that? And Howard's got Ethan Sands out there for the face-off. As he'll face off against Alex Kirschus. Battle for the face-off. That's going to be tough. Sands pops it straight up. Wade Davis absorbing a lot of pressure. He had it for a second. Nassau's got it. Ball gets flipped around, kept alive. It's going the other way. Big-time collisions. And it's going to be Faust who comes up with it. Dragons have got the ball. Dragons have the ball with a minute to go. Faust trying to go the distance. Oh, he can't make it. He gets buried, and he grabs his back, and penalty flags fly. Multiple players hit the dirt there. Matt Biscardi was down. Logan Faust went down. Faust grabbed his back for a second, but he's back on his feet. He looks to be okay. Let's see what the call for the penalty is. As Faust got right up in there, was about to score, and then got pancaked. "30-second pushing foul called on Matt Biscardi, his second straight penalty. And I have to say, it has been almost non-stop penalties for Nassau. Howard's only had one penalty the entire game. And the Dragons call a timeout. We'll step away real quick and be right back for the final minute of this first half of what's been an amazing game so far. We'll be right back. Welcome back, folks. Interesting development. Quick note, Matt Biscardi might have gotten hurt on that play, so there is a chance somebody else could sit into the box for him, but he is in the huddle with the team, so I think he's all good to go. Although he is limping, but he is in the box. But that collision with Logan Faust might have hurt Matt Biscardi. Something to note so far, there has only been one penalty called all games so far against the Dragons. Meanwhile, Nassau has, at this point, I think either 5 or 6 penalties. Here we go. Dragons with another man-up situation. Let's go. Rosen trying to get in there. Flips it out. Pupic scores! Bobby Pupic extends the lead. Lucas Rosen found Bobby Pupic, and Pupic with his second goal of the game. Either second or third. Second. And it's 7-5. Marcello Iocco will be back at center field for the face-off as Howard takes their first multi-goal lead of the game. Here we go. Scrum for the ball, battling for it. Still alive. It rolls out of bounds. It's Dragons ball. Howard will quickly get players into position here as they're going to try and extend this lead. Ferguson scoops that out of midair. Gets the clear. Drops the ball. Kicks it. Nassau's going to pick it up. Final seconds ticking away here. There is a bit of a discrepancy. Ferguson trying to keep it alive. Ball is loose. Rosen's got it. Lucas looking for an opening. 5 seconds left. Ball goes wide. 5 seconds left. I don't know if Nassau's going to get one off in time. Calora. Oh, Napolitano dropped it. He finally fires one off. And it's broken up. And that'll bring us to the half, folks. 7-5 Dragons lead. What a game this is turning out to be. We will be back in about 10 minutes with a start of the second half. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody, to Dragons Turf Field here in Columbia, Maryland, on the beautiful campus of Howard Community College, where it is busy out here today. Everybody is out and about as we're getting set for the second half between Nassau and Howard. If you missed the first half, it was a doozy. Nassau led for much of it, but Howard always was right behind them, and late in the first half, they managed to score twice to make it 7-5. Nassau has kept it close, but the Lions have committed 6 penalties to just 1 for the Dragons, and that has been the deciding factor so far in this game. Howard has kept it as clean as they can, and we'll see if that trend continues into the third quarter. Jack Natero will face off as here we go, and Nassau is going to win that one. The Lions have been dominating at the face-off line so far today, but they haven't translated it entirely into points on every single possession, and that has been key. See what the Lions can do here on this first possession of the second half. I keep saying half. We do this in quarters of the third quarter. There's a shot blocked, scooped up by Luke Halora. It's going the other way. Luke Halora is having a great day in net. He didn't play last game for the Dragons against Hudson Valley. Diego Balderrama got the start, and he only made 1 save the entire game because he only needed to make 1 save. Dragons won that game 34-2. Oh, Dragons will lose it in midfield. It's going the other way. Lions scoop it up. Nassau's midfield play has been excellent today so far. They've been able to stifle the Dragons on several possessions, as that one is way overhead and goes flying away. Let's see what they can do here. The big check. Oh, Kalora pops it up, but there was a lot of contact between jerseys. And it's going to be Lions ball. Officials did not like how much contact there was. And there might have been some more contact as an official's coming over to talk to one of Nassau's players. Shane Dubois was nearby. It will be Nassau ball. Don't know what that was about. I assume the official was trying to prevent any extracurricular activities. These two teams did have a couple chippy moments in the first half. Nothing serious, just a little jawing at each other. This is a contact sport, though, so no harm done. As, ooh, Hartman might be hurt. Hartman's hurt. Hartman got hit hard, and he's hurt. Trying to protect his arm, but Evan Tubb is giving him a nightmare situation here. He finally backs up, as there's a big collision there, and that's going to be a foul on Joey Wolf as a Nassau player went down, and uh-oh. Man down there. That's number 35, Alessandro Alatas, who went down after heavy contact. He's getting checked out by the athletic trainers. It looks like he got hit on the shoulder. Heavy contact there. I think it was Joey Wolf who collided with him. Wolf's in the box already. We'll see what the call is. And Alatas is getting back on his feet. Wolf broke his stick, and it looks like Alatas' glove got popped off in the contact. Or he may have taken that off later. And he is walking off the field under his own power. Good to see. One-minute penalty on Joey Wolf for a cross-check. Two minutes it's going to be on Wolf. So 2 penalties on Joey Wolf. He'll have 2 total minutes. It's going to be a tough situation for the Dragons to fight back from. was a cross-check and an unsportsmanlike contact on Wolf. So he'll be in the box. Nassau with a chance potentially to extend their lead. Here we go. Howard's bench getting loud. Lions trying to find an opening against this Drags defense. Ferguson making some pressure. Hartman dropped it for a second. Hartman's okay, by the way, earlier. He had grabbed his arm like he was hurt, but he's fine. He fires a shot. Blocked by Lewis Calora. Scooped up by Evan Tubb. Big collision. Dragons want a penalty. Flat. And it's a hold called on Howard, and they're going the other way with it. Excuse me, hold called on Nassau. Hold called on Nassau. JT Ferguson gets the clear. Ferguson trying to break free. Ferguson under pressure. He loses it. Did the Lions scoop it up? They did. There's more contact. Going the other way with it. And there's going to be a penalty here for offsides, it looks like. Penalties going everywhere. Shot by Finkelstein goes wide. And we're going to have there was a lot of laundry out there. Let's see what the call is. Going to be on JT. Yeah. 30 seconds. So Howard's going to have 3 guys in the box here, all for about 30 seconds. Wade Davis, JT Ferguson. This is going to be really intense here for Howard. There's a shot. Lewis Calora breaks it. Kobe Brown trying to pick it up. Nassau's coming the other way with it. Here come the Lions. And a shot and a score. And more laundry flies as there's more contact. Matt Diaversa scored to make it 7-6. There was contact. Number one, 14 minutes. 14, no, 40, counting on 40. Yeah, 14 seconds. 13 seconds left. And then it's going to be Kobe Brown called. They're going to double check it. So 13 seconds left on Joey Wolf's penalty. Kobe Brown will be in for a minute as well. 7-6. And Nassau's going to start with the ball here. It's turning into be a little chippy. What's turning into a very chippy third quarter so far. I think I jinxed the Dragons, guys, because I said that one flies out of bounds, going the other way. I think I jinxed us because I said Howard had kept it nice and clean. And unfortunately, now they've just been hit with a wash of penalties. I think they've tied Nassau for penalties in the opening 5 minutes of this third quarter. Evan Tubb will clear that ball himself. Howard still leading by 1. Tubb loses it. It's picked up. 30-second offside penalty on number 13, Tim Naven. 80 on the shot clock, so I hope you like penalties. We're getting a whole bunch of them today. Ten minutes to go here in this third quarter. 7-6 ball game. Howard trying to get one in. Faust with a shot that was partially blocked. Howard will keep possession. Nassau will release. And we're back finally at full strength for both teams as, Evan Tubb went down hard. He's okay. And you can see out there right on that play, the wind is catching this ball and making it fly away. That's why so many passes are going all over the place. Wild amount of wind. Here's a shot by Kershus. Goes wide. Nassau still has possession. Trying to get in. Kalora makes the save. Oh, that was almost stolen away, but Wade Davis scoops it up. And Davis gets lit up. No penalty called. Yes, there was one. Somebody threw one. Wade Davis got hit hard. It's going to be another one on Nassau. Rosen with a little flip, trying to get it inside. Ball's loose on the ground. And there's going to be another penalty coming up here. This game has been a battle of penalties between these two teams. It looks like Hartman's going into the box. Or is he? One-minute penalty on blue 20, Alex Kershus. Unnecessary roughness on Kershus. So Howard's going to have a chance here to try and extend their lead. Remember, through all of this chaos of these first 5 minutes, Howard still is leading by 5. By one, by one. I got my numbers confused. Sorry about that, guys. There's a shot, won't go. Collision. Pupic got knocked down. And it's going to be Lions ball. Sorry about that. Howard leads by 1. Little commentator goof. You can put that one in the you can put that one in the end of the year goof special. Loose ball scooped up by Logan Faust, trying to go the other way. Faust gets tripped up. It's going to be Howard ball. There we go. Flip shot by Stubbs wide. Howard still with the ball here, trying to find an opening. Rosen behind the back pass. There's a shot by Faust that's blocked. Got to give credit where credit is due. Quinn Napolitano has been having a phenomenal day at the net for this Nassau team. And they're proving right now, as here's Faust who shoots and scores! Logan Faust, finally! Makes it 8-6 Dragons. Logan Faust scores. Will Pesci on the assist there. The Dragons break through and get a much-needed goal. And it's going to be a face-off violation, I think, on... Well, maybe not. Referee didn't like what he saw there with Marcello Iocco. We're going to try this one again. Cello will win that face-off. Under heavy pressure, sticks go flying, and the Dragons have got it. Maybe no, the Lions have it. Wallatus comes up with it. Wallatus shot. Wallatus scores. Alessandro Wallatus makes it a one-goal game once more. 8-7, Howard. Just like that, they strike.
Number 35, Alessandro Wallatus.
Ethan Sands will handle face-off duties. Dances around, picks it up, and Ethan Sands will win that face-off. And here he comes the other way. Sands trying to respond. Sands pops one up. It's partially blocked. And Nassau did not like the call. Their coaches did not like the call there. It will be Howard ball. Well, they won't get a chance long. Howard revert. Stick by Howard's going the other way. Oh, big contact. Oh, injured player. We got a Dragon player down.
Brian.
We're going to take the camera off to protect that player's privacy. Couldn't see who that was.
Ready to go get the gator.
But it looks like that might be a knee injury for one of the Dragons. Can't see the number, so we're not going to speculate on who it is, folks, but we're just going to hope that whoever it is, it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Just something so you don't have to walk.
We will take a quick break, and we'll let you know who the injured player is once we can find out, folks. We'll let you know that they are talking to the training staff, but it looks like it's a knee injury to one of the Dragons. They are being helped to their feet. We'll hold off, and I can't confirm it is JT Ferguson who went down. JT Ferguson, he's being helped off the field. Hopefully it is nothing too serious for the star defender. We hope the best for JT Ferguson. Yeah. Shot clock will go to 80. As there you see JT Ferguson getting helped off the field by our athletic trainer Jess Franco and Brian Garnett, one of our equipment manager. And we hope the best for him. A little bit of a scary moment here, folks. And I'll get him checked out. So here we go. After a bit of a scary moment, game is back. We're back to it. Nassau on the attack. Dom D'Amico making good contact. Trying to break free. There's a shot by Wallat. It's blocked by Lou. Lou Calora with another great save. D'Amico trying to get that. Contact made, and it's Nassau ball. Lions looking for an opportunity to try and tie this one up. Ooh, big smack from D'Amico, plucked out of midair by Calora. Shane Dubois coming up from the defensive side is going to pick up the ball. Dubois takes a shot. His stick is... That wasn't his stick that was broken. That was Matt Biscardi's stick that was broken on that shot attempt. A lot of sticks are breaking. A lot of contact between these two teams. Coming up with the final minutes here of this third quarter. It's a shot by Stubbs and a score! John Stubbs extends Howard's lead to 9-7. And that's 3 goals on the day for John Stubbs. All right, see if Ethan Sands can win this face-off. Here we go. Scooped up by, excuse me, that was Yoko, sorry. Marcello Yoko wins it, flips it over to Mason Suazo. And Howard's back on the attack. Howard going to try and set one up here. Try to get the first team to double digits as Stubbs comes into the contest. Oh, sorry. Volpe, little flip. Faust, blocked. There's a shot. Pesci scores. Dragons reach double digits. Will Pesci out of nowhere scores. And Howard is up by 3, their largest lead of the day. Referee's clearing the box a little bit here. The Dragons bench got a little too excited, got into the box a little too much. As Yoko will face off against, it looks like Kershus. And Yoko pulling a sumo move is going to win that face-off. He will. Wade Davis scoops it up. Ja'Kai Butler checking into the game, and I've been excited to see him in there. First action of the season after he missed the first half of the year injured. Ball gets popped up, still alive. Brandon Klopp trying to keep it alive. A lot of contact. And quick changes here. It's good to see Ja'Kai getting into the game, his first action of the season after missing the first half of the year with that injury. He was very excited to get a chance to get out there and play. Lions looking to make a response. By the way, quick update, folks. Good news, JT Ferguson's up and moving on the sidelines. Getting looked after our athletic training staff. So that's a good thing to see that he's up and walking. Very happy to see that after he went down a scary way there with his knee. But he looks to be okay. Although I don't think we'll see him the rest of the day as a precaution. You have to do that sometimes. Joey Wolf. Joey Wolf getting aggressive. Joey getting all up in his face. Wow. Oh, too much contact. And that's going to be another penalty on Joey Wolf. Joey Wolf is Joey Wolf does hold the. He is the most penalized player on the Dragons. But I won't lie, that aggression is fun to watch sometimes, even if it does result in penalties. Technical 30 on Wolf with the push. What's up? Here we go. Nassau trying to get some momentum back here. It's a shot by Hartman, blocked by Luke Alora, who's having himself a day out there. Six seconds left on the penalty for Wolf. Nassau trying to escape. Good pressure from Shane Dubois. Nassau still got it, though. Cleared the penalty. Hartman's shot blocked by Luke Alora. There's another shot, another save by Luke Alora. Oh my goodness. Keep it up, Lou. And Lou gets the clear too. Howard is locking in here down the stretch in this third quarter, folks. With just about a minute and a half to go. See what Howard's offense can cook up here. And by the way, folks, phenomenal news. JT Ferguson is back in the game after getting helped off the field earlier. He just walked back onto the field. Let's go. Howard backing up here. All got rolled out of bounds. Minute to go. .44 seconds. Nassau, who's Lions have really kind of tried to control the pace of this third quarter, but Howard has taken control here. Passes here. Wallatus. Woke it up. JT Ferguson's back, baby. Ball rolled away. Got stuck on the corner of the net. Oh, they're going to rule that a goal. They're going to rule that a goal. I didn't even see who that was. Tim Navin is going to be credited with the goal. Ball bounced loose. It slipped past Kalora. Everyone lost track of where it was, and the official all of a sudden ruled it a goal. So I guess it kind of rolled in on the ground. But it's 10-8. Nassau gets one back. Cello really fighting there on the face-off. Ball popping up. Ball's free. Watch out. And they're going to give it to... They're going to give it to Nassau. Final seconds ticking down. Nassau trying to get one back and keep the pressure going. Flip shot. Kalora saves that one. Chucks it up, and that'll do it for the third quarter, folks. What a game this is turning out to be. We'll take a break and be right back. Welcome back, folks. Oh, man, this has been a fun one. Here we go. Ready for the fourth quarter. 15 minutes to settle this one. 10-8 ball game. Howard leads, trying to preserve their number 2 ranking. Here we go. Cello wins the face-off. Shoves off his man. Here we go. We're fighting back into it. He'll check out quickly. Howard's offense on the attack. Trying to push in here is Faust. Flips out. Pesci. Brennan. Maybe a chance here for... Ubbs finds Brennan. Quentin Brennan's been quiet today. Trying to reverse jinx him. Stubbs. Howitzer shot. Oh, did that get through? No, they're going to say it didn't. It rolled between his legs just a little bit, but Napolitano made the stop. Big pressure from JT. Ferguson knocked him out of bounds. Wow, Ferguson and Davis all over Hartman. Apologies, folks, if I'm a little quiet. The wind is picking up and the temperature's starting to drop. It's getting cold, so I'm trying to stay warm. It's very cold up here, but it's hot out there on the field. Nassau trying to get one back. Harley Finkelstein, number 2 with the ball. Trying to flip it inside. Ball bounced loose. That's going to be close. It's going to be Howard ball. Pop. Pupic with it. Pupic firing off a shot blocked by Napolitano. Goes out of bounds. But it's going to be Howard ball. They're going to keep possession. Pupic firing, blocked by Napolitano. That goes ricocheting off the shot clock. Faust trying to get in there. 30 on the shot clock. Pupic broken up. Ball is still alive. Finally scooped up. On the other way. Stubbs with some big slaps. Stubbs got it! Stubbs forces the turnover and steals it away! Stubbs, quick flip to Faust. Faust trying to finish it. Faust, Stubbs. There's a shot by Stubbs. Oh, right into the stomach of number 14. Ooh, Giancarlo Valenti just absorbed that shot. And he's down. Valenti's back on his feet, that's good, but he took that shot right to the chest. Ow, that's gotta hurt. Howard will have the ball with 60 seconds on the shot clock. Quinn Brennan will have the ball. Here we go. Ooh, miscalculation there, going the other way. Defense trying to make a play. Big pressure. Ooh, down goes that ball. Popped up. Stubbs again. John Stubbs doing it on both sides of the ball, and he flips it out to Dom D'Amico. Finds Vinny Volpe. Volpe trying to get it to Logan Faust. That's going to be a track meet. Faust somehow keeps it alive. Faust finds Rosen. Rosen gets knocked to the ground. Ball kept alive. Volpe gets pushed up. There's broken sticks and bodies everywhere. After that little mess, we're back to it. Slipping through, shot, Pupic! Oh my goodness! How on earth did he do that? Bobby Pupic scores as he's getting knocked to the ground. 11-8.
Scored by number 11, Bobby Pupic. Assisted by number 51, Quinn Brennan.
Quentin Brennan with the assist as Howard with a huge play there to make it 11-8. Here we go for the face-off. And it's going to be a face-off violation on Marcello Iocco. Evan Tubb. Ooh, big pressure. Malatas dropped it. Nassau. Shot blocked by Calora. Goes wide. There's another shot. That one's high. Calora might have tipped it. Oh, it's right in front of the net. And it's kept up by Lou. Lou Calora is having a fantastic day in the net. Dubois. Faust. Oh, lost track of it for a second. Gets tripped up. And a hold's going to be called on Howard. Defense trying to hold tight here. Lions looking for an opening. Big smash there. Penalty flags go flying. Ball went loose. And we're about to see a call here. Looks like it's on Joey Wolf again. Cross check 1 minute.
How many minutes is 14 have?
3.5 minutes.
We got 1.5 left.
So he can only afford 1.5 minutes of penalty time left or he's ejected from the game. Shot, score! Nassau gets one back. 11-9. Looks like it was number 27, Jake Grimm, who scored. Well, folks, if you like high-octane lacrosse, this game is for you, as we're back to it, battling there, and Dom D'Amico wins the face-off, flips it off to Mason Suazo. Dragons will make the substitutions they need. They get Stubbs in there. Volpe, oh, couldn't get that past to Pesci. Will's trying to scoop it up, keep it alive. Somehow keeps it alive, breaks his man's ankles. Faust. Stubbs backing up just a bit. Here's Rosen. Rosen's shot won't go. And Nassau's going to escape. Wind picking up once again. That's going to make some passes difficult. Dragons holding on to a slim 2-goal lead, 11-9, with just about under 6 minutes to go. So trying to get through. That ball is loose. That ball's on the ground. That ball's picked up by Evan Tubb. That ball's going the other way. Tubb, quick pass to Faust. Faust shoots. Saved by Napolitano. Keeps it alive for now. And Nassau with another opportunity. Shot. Blocked by Lou. Ball is loose on the ground. Popped up. Evan Tubb fights for it. Got it. Evan Tubb is having an amazing game on the defensive side of the ball. He's going to carry it all the way up here. And a timeout called by Howard. Howard calls timeout. We're going to take one too. As with 5 minutes to go, it's 11-9 Dragons. We'll be right back. Welcome back, folks. Big news from the world of JUCO lacrosse. Onondaga's knocked off #1 Hartford, giving them their first loss of the season. So there's an outside chance that if Howard manages to win this game, they could be ranked #1 in the country at the end of the year. At the end of the week, excuse me. But Hartford still has the head-to-head record advantage over the Dragons. So there is that to keep in mind. Howard will have the ball here. 5 minutes to go in this one. Dragons trying to pull off the win against Nassau. These two clubs met in the national championship game back in, I think, 2021. Nassau won that one. But it's always been a fierce rivalry between these two, and it's lived up to the hype today. Lots of penalties, lots of tight action, good defensive battle between these two clubs. It has been fun. 30 on the shot clock. Dragons have got to try something here. Are they going to try and milk clock as Faust absorbs that contact, stays on his feet, pops it off to John Stubbs. Stubbs looking for action, tries to get it to Klopp. It's broken up, and Nassau's got it. Or do they? Ball's loose. It's still loose, and it's finally scooped up by Joe Sorrentino, but he steps out of bounds, and it's going to be Dragons' ball. So Howard will get another chance here. Nassau trying to keep their defense in place. Howard has figured out their defense by this point, but that doesn't make it easy at all. It's still very tough for the Dragons to try and score some goals here, but they've done a great job. Pupic cuts it out to Rosen. Rosen's had a bit of a quiet day. I think he had a goal early, a couple of assists. Faust absorbing heavy pressure contact there. Dragons trying to get inside. Pupic! Oh, just high. They're going to say it was deflected by Napolitano, so it will be Dragons ball with 44 on the shot clock. Now we're trying something. Here's Pupic. Shot! Bobby Pupic got it again! 12-9. Pupic, fourth goal of the game. Faust with the assist. That's either goal 4 or 5 of the game for Bobby Pupic. I want to say 4. Get my stats guy to check that for me. And you hear the you hear the teammates. That's his 4th, yes. And you hear his teammates chant at Bobby Buckets. Oh, we love it. All right, here we go. Face off for the Dragons. It's going to be Ethan Sands facing off against Alex Kirschus. This game's not over yet, though. There's still 3 minutes to go. Dragons lead by 3. It's not over yet. Ball gets popped loose. This is going to be close. Wade Davis scoops it up, and Davis will win the faceoff for Howard. Davis fires, finds Sands. Sands goes flying. He gets it to D'Amico. D'Amico finds Faust. Faust diving through traffic. Rosen, shot, corner blocked. It's scooped up by number 14, Giancarlo Valenti. Valenti under heavy pressure here from Rosen. Ball went high, flying back out of bounds. Howard ball. Oh, Nassau with a quick steal there, but it's stolen right back by Quinn Brennan. Pass is getting intercepted left and right. D'Amico will find Quinn Brennan. Coming up on 2 minutes to go, Howard is going to try and milk the shot clock as long as they can to try and secure this win. And that's exactly what they're going to do. Quinn Brennan's just standing there menacingly. Brennan's going to make a move here. Coming up on 30 on the shot clock, he finds John Stubbs. Coming up on a minute and a half to go. Dragons trying to milk this clock, make it so there's no time for the Lions to come back. Stubbs circling around. Brennan. Volpe back to Brennan. Brennan fighting inside. Dagger! Was it in? No! It's kept alive. Oh, Brennan made contact with the Lions player. They're still alive. There's going to be a foul called. There's a penalty. Lions will have the ball with about a minute to go. It's going to be on Quinn Brennan. Oh, and there's another penalty called. Uh-oh. So cross-check on Quinn Brennan. 1 minute. So 2 minutes total for Quinn Brennan on 2 fouls. Quinn Brennan's going to get called for those penalties there. As it will be about a minute. So the Dragons will play with a man down for this final minute and 8 seconds. And if Nassau is able to fight back into this one, that could be crucial. 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go in regulation. Here we go. Dragons need to hold off. Nassau needs 3 to win. 3 to tie, excuse me. Shot blocked by Kalora. Not over yet, not over yet. Howard is playing a man down. If the Dragons can slip up here, maybe not. That's scooped up by Wade Davis. He absorbs the hit. Davis survives another hit. Howard's got it on the ground. It's still kept up. Logan Faust survives. He's got it. Faust flips it up. Howard might sit this one out. Clock is still ticking on. We're a couple seconds off on the clock there. Sorry about that, folks. Still about 20 to go here. John Stubbs trying to keep away. They got to keep possession as long as they can. 10 seconds left. Howard is going to hold on, I think. Volpe's got it. Dragons are going to hold on and win it. 12 to 9. Dragons win it. Howard gets the job done and takes down Nassau. And that'll do it, folks. We'll take one last break and come right back to wrap this one up, folks, as Howard gets the job done. We'll be right back. Well, folks, this one has some very special significance because not only did the Dragons just take down Nassau for another top 5 win, that is 100 career victories for head coach Eric Faust, and he got it done in a special way indeed. 12-9 is your final score here, folks. We're going to go ahead and sign off, folks. Thanks for tuning in, and be sure to tune in tomorrow around 4 o'clock for the second game of this weekend's doubleheader action as the Dragons take on the College of DuPage Chaparrals. For all of us here at Howard Community College, this is the big man on the mic, a very cold Isaac Donsky, signing off. I'm going to go inside and get warm. The Dragons are going to go celebrate 100 wins for Coach Faust. Good night, everybody.